After almost 200 hours in Fallout 2, I thought I'd seen it all, until I discovered the Restoration Project. What I found might just be the definitive Fallout 2 experience. Fallout 2 Restoration Project is a fan-made mod expansion that reintroduces cut content from the original game. We're talking about new characters, locations, and quests, essentially a whole new layer to the game. For this playthrough, I'll be playing an unarmed character with high agility. My goal is to showcase all the special encounters and Easter eggs I missed in my initial run. And here's the best part, I'll be highlighting differences between the restored version and the original game. I'll be streaming it live on my Twitch and YouTube channels, so feel free to join me and be a part of the action. Now let's jump in and check out what's new.
Build a dream on when I'm alone with my...
Yeah, what? Can't you see I'm thinking here?
Okay, so how do you... the way you get Myron to tell you the location of the EPA, you gotta tell him to leave. Wait here until I come back.
Excuse me, wait for you here? Are you kidding? Tell me you're kidding.
I'll be back, don't sweat it.
Oh, are you fucking serious? Whoa, hey, you keep me around? I'll do you a favor. Huh? What do you say?
Like, what kind of favor?
I've heard of a secret building with lots of strange vegetation around it. If I'm with you, I can point it out on a map.
Okay, you can stay. So, I would say that's probably going to be the easiest way of finding out the location of the EPA, is just picking Myron up and trying to leave him. Alright, so let's go ahead and save first. There's going to be a lot of high-level enemies around the EPA. A lot of mutated enemies. You wish to encounter an army of floaters and centaurs? No, I do not. So these are the enemies I'm talking about, floaters and centaurs. I believe floaters, they're going to have like, I believe 175 HP, and centaurs are going to have, I believe, like 150 HP. So I'm going to turn down that encounter. Yeah, this should be where the facility I marked on your map is, probably deep underground too. Here we are, we're at the EPA, America's future. You discover a walled-off facility that appears to have been abandoned long ago. Its dilapidated grounds are now teeming with carnivorous plant life. You see the EPA sign. So let's take a look at this area real quick. So, right off the bat, we have a parking lot here with some Venus flytraps, mutated Venus flytraps. They're going to be pretty strong, 100 HP. They're going to be way stronger than the ones that we encountered in Arroyo. So this place kind of looks like a jungle. I'm not sure how this place got to be looking like this, but aesthetically this does look pretty nice. It's almost like the plant life underground just kind of broke out and started creating the above ground, its new home, kind of. Oh my gosh, you see the remains of Melee Thug. So around here, there's going to be a lot of these enemies that are just dead. I imagine the plant life here, they killed them. Anyways, let's go. And, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go and try to take out all these plants here. There is a quest here that requires you to kill all these plants. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first and kill these things. All right, let's reload our Power Fist. Let's save. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if I can run up on this one. So these things here, it seems like they have a very high critical hit rate. There's a very high chance of these things knocking down your character. Okay, let's go and punch this. And it is dead. Let's go back over here and pick up this plant spray. Let's pick this up. So I didn't know the plant spray was going to be that good. Okay, and I think we have everything we need, so let's go ahead and switch this out. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna run back to my car and throw some of this stuff into the trunk. Let me do that real quick first. Let's put that in there. I'm gonna pick up another grenade. Just in case. And let's take a stim pack. Maybe another one. That's good enough. Oh yeah, you know what? Might as well use the... Well, actually, I think I'm going to save the plant spray for when I go up here into this building. I'm pretty sure the plant spray has limited uses. I don't want to use it on these easy ones here. I'm not sure how many uses it has. So that's why I'm just going to punch these. Let's go up here. Where's Vic at? I do not see Vic anywhere around here. That's alright, I can take these out by myself. Let's kill this one. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Thought I used the plant spray on myself. But I was trying to open the door. Alright, that one's dead. Let's run over here. So the pathing of my NPC, companions aren't very good. Like Vic's over here running through toxic sludge instead of going around through the door. But this game was made in 1998, so that's kind of what you would expect at the time. As far as AI. Let's use this one. Alright, let's use a stem pack. Nope, I do not want to drop it. Even with the plant spray, this fight is still taking a while. Okay, that one's dead. That one is dead too. Let's take out this one. There we go. Now let's run down here and kill this last one. Which I'm not sure how I can get to this one here. I think one of my companions is blocking the path to it. Now what? Why is Solik going that way? That makes no sense. Okay, there we go. It's dead now. Okay, okay, maybe I can walk through here. There we go. Luckily, I don't take any damage from that. Let's use this. So, it seems like there's a lot of charges on this plant spray. More than I originally thought. So it looks like we have 2 more plants up here. Let's go and take them out. Alright. One down. And one down. There we go. So I think that's going to be all the plants in this top area. Okay, I think Vic is hurt. Boss, I'm not doing so well here. Oh, he's almost dead. So I better heal him. You sure know what you're doing. As opposed to him, he's just running around in circles trying to kill things. Doing some gardening, I see. Yeah, I sure am. Pulling out all these weeds and killing all these plants. How's Vic looking? 43 out of 90. Welcome in, Legendaria. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Don't know too much about the Abbey, but I like the Umber tribe because it gives Solik's story some closure, which seems forgotten about in the base game. Yeah, I agree with you there. Let's see. So, yep, the crowbar doesn't work here. Yeah, it's kind of like a cliffhanger, if you think about it, as far as the original game with Solic's main quest. Well, not main quest, but it's his side story. Is he just talks about his sister, and and there's like you said, there's no closure in the original game. But I like this. Yeah, I like the Umber Tribe too. It's pretty good. So here we go with the this is the main facility here. I believe there's some rats running around. So let's go ahead and take a look at this computer. This computer is going to give us some information about the facility here. Hello, welcome to the Environmental Protection Agency, commonly referred to as the EPA. For your convenience, this terminal will provide you with descriptions of the various color-coded areas that comprise our wonderful research facility. Please select the level for which you would like more information. So all the sub-levels are going to be kind of color-coded with these with these colors. So I think we got like 7 levels here. Let's go with the first one. So let's see what the sub-level orange is. Sub-level orange contains the conference room where all the exciting decisions are made, the cafeteria where delicious food is served, and some hazardous chemicals. And let's see what the red one is. Sub-level red is home to our security department, so behave yourself, and a small but informative museum. Also, don't forget to purchase some snacks and stop by the public execution chamber. Disclaimer: execution chamber may be unfit for children under the age of 4. So yeah, that was the execution chamber I was talking about earlier. That's going to be on the red security level. Let's see what's on the yellow one. Sub-level yellow houses the power supply rooms for our amazing new holograms. It's also where you'll find everyone's favorite drug-making appliance, Mr. Chemi. Notice, due to limited storage space, we've moved some hazardous chemicals into this area, so watch your step. And let's see the indigo area. Sub-level indigo is where our brilliant scientists are conducting some top secret research. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? Remember, any unauthorized visitors found on this level will be shot on sight, so parents don't let your children wander around unsupervised. So, honestly, this whole facility seems like almost like a research facility. Let's see what violet is. Sub-level violet contains the memory core for storage of data in the EPA and other things that aren't of much interest to visitors. Sorry, however, it directly connects to sub-level yellow, which contains more interesting things, like the pharmacist of the future, Mr. Chemi. So yeah, those 2 levels are connected. Did I already look at this one? Yes, I did. Okay. So we're on green now. Sub-level green is an exciting level that contains an arbitum. I have no idea how to say that word. Biological weapon research. Fascinating new creatures and every child's favorite, our unique petting zoo. Okay, so sub-level green is going to be the petting zoo slash, I guess, botany area. It's also going to be where we can find the hollow disk to complete that one quest at the Abbey. There's going to be a computer there where we can, like, take some information off of it. Sub-level blue. Sub-level blue does not exist. If someone told you otherwise, they're dirty liars and most likely communist sympathizers. Please report them to our security department on sub-level red, so they may be dealt with accordingly. Thank you for doing your part as a proud American. Okay. So that's going to be our introduction to this little area. I'm going to go ahead and take out these rats. I didn't get far into the APA, so stopped playing when I got to this point, so everything after this is new for me. Oh, really? Yeah, I would say the EPA is probably going to be the best part of this mod. From what I've seen. I did read about... Apparently there's going to be some new companions here. So, I can't wait to see that. Apparently the companions are going to be on the lowest level of this area. So I will be getting rid of... I think I'm going to get rid of Myron so I can get one of them. Let's go ahead and make our way further down into the EPA. So, I'm going to use my rope here. This is why we brought our rope. Now we're on level 2. So apparently you can... If we go up here to these fans here, we can stick a metal pole into this middle fan here to stop it. I'm not sure how you would learn to do that. You could easily jam this fan with some piece of metal. Oh, you just gotta look at it. But why would you look at this fan? What in the game would make you look at this fan in particular? I'm not sure why. Nope, I do not want to use that. I want to use the metal pole. There we go. You jam the pole into the fan. You hear scraping of metal, and the fan comes to a stop. It makes a clunky noise as it tries to spin. It's now jammed the blades. So, I feel like there should be more clues as to what you should do to get this result. Alright, if we go through here, I believe we are in the... I'm not sure what this area is. It could possibly be an extension of the... air and water facility. No, it says we're on the 3rd floor. Yeah, this area, I guess this is where all the robots go to get charged up. Yeah, I think this is like a maintenance bay or something for the robots. It doesn't look like these robots are hostile to us. Okay, so let's check out this area real quick. I believe there's going to be... Yep. Alright, so... We got a laser pistol here. I'm going to pick this up. And can I do anything with these computers? Apparently not. Is there anything in this desk, though? Yes, there is. There's Mentats and... Radex. Might as well pick this up. You see Mr. Handy Robot. Is this the robot? Oh, okay, here we go. You see a seriously depressed Mr. Handy robot. Can I talk to it? Everyone's gone. I want to die now. Boring. Life, don't talk to me about life. I'm not sure why people would program a robot to be depressed. So, I believe if we go down here, we can go to the first sub-level, which would be the orange level. So, let's see. I believe this is the sub-level that has the conference room. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the conference room. This must be it right here. Warm Dutchers, all of you. I know I'm a complete failure. We'll tackle the issue once we come to it. This meeting is for discussion, not for action. It looks like we got a bunch of holograms here that are just talking. Looks like they're just talking at each other. What's up here? Okay, so it looks like we have a new enemy here. I believe these are fruit flies, mutated fruit flies. Yep, a mutated fruit fly. They're pretty weak, 30 HP. And a bunch of mutated, like a radioactive goo type stuff down here. Probably mutated these fruit flies. What's this? Chemicals. Foul-smelling gelatinous chemicals. Man, the Enclave was ready for anything. I mean, look at this stuff. Giant robots, advanced set, power armor, even some nifty little genetic experiments to fight on their behalf. Yet they still did not expect a single person to not give a single fuck about all of that and just decide to break. So I never thought of this location like that. You said the Enclave was in charge of this area. Interesting. That is interesting. It would make sense why there's all these weird like test subjects here in research labs. I would imagine an actual environmental protection agency to have, like, you know, scientists and maybe researchers, but maybe hippies, but this definitely does seem like something the Enclave would be involved with. Alright, so there was a low humming noise in the air, like a magnetic field is somewhere nearby. Hologram 10,001, he oversees the EPA's security. What about this one? What does this hologram do? Can't you see I'm in a conference? So we can't even talk to these things. Hologram 12,001 directs operations within the EPA. I'm busy right now. Hologram 40,011. He's in charge of all the tours and press releases of the EPA. And this one's in charge of the grounds and maintenance at the EPA. So it looks like these holograms are in charge of various departments within the EPA. Not sure how holograms are able to control everything here. So I think I gotta go over here and mess with this computer over here. Looks like their programming is messed up because of something here. So let's go and fix it. Okay, data storage and maintenance. Select options. Run diagnostic check. Running check. Initiating. Compiling. Thank you for being patient during this procedure. Complete. Data storage running at 84% efficiency. Wiring fault on this computer's mainframe is causing magnetic coils to run at a high power. The resulting magnetic field could cause interference with other devices if not fixed. End check. So, I think I got to repair this computer. Got it. And I got 100 experience for doing that. Okay, so it looks like that fixed the holograms, I think. And they're not talking anymore. Talking at each other anymore. When I see advanced tech from a bygone age, I think of Enclave. Apparently, this hologram here gives us a quest. This is going to be the first quest we do here at the EPA. We gotta get her to give us a password. So what we gotta do, we gotta come down here and confirm code. Open. So we gotta come down here and try to go through this door. We're not going to be able to get through this door because we don't have the correct passcode. Incorrect door code. Locking door. Please contact the head of public relations for the override code. Okay, so we gotta go back and talk to the hologram to get the override code, I guess. Welcome back, visitor. There isn't a tour at the moment, but if you'd like to wait around for enough visitors to arrive, I'd be happy to arrange one. Alright, I wonder if you could do something for me. Of course, I'd love to help. How may I assist you? Tour pamphlets can be found in the main office, in letterboxes throughout the EPA. There's some doors around the complex that I can't open without speaking a password. I realize to get through them and see more of your facility. Okay, well, I'd really like to get through them and see more of your facility. I suppose you know the password? Of course I know the password, but unfortunately, I'm unable to share it with you. I understand your enthusiasm for wanting me to experience all that this great facility has to offer, but there are rules we must follow for your own safety. Remember, everyone, we offer guided tours of our complex at predetermined times. Oh, you don't have to worry about my safety. I'm the chosen one. Besides, when's the last time you had a real visitor? Do you really want to leave me disappointed? Of course not. If I give you the password, then not only could I be endangering you, but I'd also be endangering the complex. Children, please do not taunt your holograms. How could that endanger this complex? I hate to break it to you, lady, but this complex has already gone to hell and back. There's nothing here but hazardous chemicals and broken robots. Honestly, I don't see how I could possibly make matters worse. I don't know. I'd be defying protocols, but perhaps if you could assist me with something. Visitors, please note that the blue level is restricted for reasons that are very uninteresting. There's no need to be curious about it. Sure, I could assist you, just tell me what you need. Do you think you could fix the lighting? It's improper for me to conduct tours through a dimly lit complex. If you could brighten this place up for me, I'll give you the password. Please remember to wash your hands. What? Wash your hands? Please remember to wash your hands thoroughly after visiting our petting zoo. Yeah, so apparently they have a petting zoo with humans in it. Alright, I'll see what I can do. So we gotta go and fix a generator for that hologram. And fixing that generator will turn the lights back on. This is why we need our repair skill to be at least 56, so Let's go and have Vic figure out what to do with it. After a lengthy search, a circuit board with some damaged pieces is located. Maybe if some junk is found to scavenge through, some replacement parts could be attained. So it's basically just telling us that we got to repair this with some junk. Luckily, I have some junk right here. Let's fix it. There we go. And we got 500 experience points for doing that. And I think Myron gained, yep, Myron leveled up. Which, honestly, it doesn't really matter. Love the stream, brother. Thank you, Sprap. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's go and talk to this lady. Ah, yes, looks much better in here now. Thank you. The password is Aubrey. At least I think it's Aubrey. Or Abry, or something. Just speak clearly to the door, and it will open. Now would everybody please? Yes, we've heard you already. Thanks for the code. Goodbye. Yeah, if you like Fallout 2, you owe it to yourself to play through both at some point. Well, I'll definitely check it out. I do like playing Fallout mods. Honestly, there should be, like... I wish there was, like, a website that would have, like, a list of Fallout 2 mods to try. I couldn't find any. The only reason I'm playing through the Restoration mod is because some of my viewers wanted me to play through it. And so far, it's been pretty good. Alright, so what's the next quest we gotta do? Okay. So we gotta go over here and talk to this guy over here. A lot of them live on No Mutants Allowed, an old Fallout forum. No Mutants Allowed? Really? I did download this mod from, I believe, from that website, or it linked me to another website where I could get the download. I never thought of, like, searching for mods there. I don't know why. Okay, hello there. Mind if I ask you how you managed to get in here? The elevators to the surface broke down a long time ago. So this hologram is going to be the director of maintenance. Okay, let's see. I used a rope to climb down an elevator shaft to the utility level, and I crawled through a fan duct and found myself in a robot maintenance area. I'm surprised you made it past all those damn plants without being eaten. I'm Hologram 10,031, the Director of Ground Maintenance here at the EPA. He sighs heavily. I know, the grounds look terrible. No need to tell me. No kidding, the grounds are littered with radioactive goo, corpses, mutant carnivorous plants. Seriously, you must be the worst groundskeeper ever. I wonder what happens if we go with this one. Okay, so he doesn't get mad at us. If I could do something about it, trust me, I would. I've got no physical body, and the damn robots won't respond to a word I say. I've been operating at 100% inefficiency for the last few decades. How pathetic is that? The other holograms won't let me forget it either. The only one more useless than me is the Director of Operations. Maybe I could help somehow. If you're really willing to help, that'd be great. I'll ensure that you get something for your troubles. Consider it done. What can I help you with? Those mutated spore plants have spread beyond the confines of the greenhouse and have taken root all over the EPA's grounds. If you could get rid of all these bastards for me, that'd be a big step in the right direction. That's easy enough. Okay, so we already took care of this quest. So this was the quest I was talking about when we were killing those spore plants on the surface. All right, I already killed them, and we get experience for doing that. Here's the short list: Fallout Nevada, Fallout Sonora, Fallout 1.5 Resurrection, Fallout 2 RPU, what you're playing now, still in development, Mutants Rising, Fallout yesterday. Wow. Okay, I definitely got to check those out. Let me go ahead and write some of those down, because I'm getting pretty close to finishing this game. Actually, I'll write it down later. But yeah, thanks for giving me a list of those. I'll definitely check those out. Okay, so let's see. Okay, thank you so much for that. I hereby hire you my assistant groundskeeper. He points to a key on the floor by his feet. I managed to coax one of the half-working robots into bringing that for you. You now have authorization to access the storage shed. Thanks again. You pick up the key and pocket it. No problem, see ya. Okay, so now we have the key to open that building that we couldn't open earlier. I gotta go and talk to this guy here. So this hologram here is the director of security. Yeah, he oversees the EPA's security. Let's go and talk to them. Do not attempt to come any closer. Identify yourself, intruder. I'm the chosen one of Arroyo. I'm exploring the EPA. Let's go with the middle option. I'm Chris Rock. I'm not trying to intrude. I'm just exploring. Exploring? Exploring my EPA? How dare you have the audacity to break in here, just casually wander around? Bold idiot. I guess he must be German or something. I have half a mind to arrest you and toss your ass in the petting zoo. Give them freak shows a real feast. No wait, I'm not doing you any harm. Let me explain. Go on then. Explain yourself. Make it good though, or I'll have the robots beat you and drag you down to the electric chair. Alright, first off, let's see. Which one do I go with? I guess we go with the first option. First off, I'm not a Chinese spy. I'm what you might call a tribal. I've been chosen to embark on a perilous quest so that I might save my tribe from destruction. I only entered this complex in hopes of scavenging something that could aid in my quest. Scavenge? You piss nickel? How dare you discredit the name of the EPA in this way? Nobody so much as removes a piece of paper from this building without my say-so. However, to have entered this far into the EPA would require some skill. Perhaps I could find a use for you after all. Huh. Well, as you may have already guessed, the robots no longer work here at the EPA. The computer console no longer registers my verbal commands, and I don't have any body to activate the console. I can't properly secure anything. Could you fix the robot control computer for me? I need the ability to command the robots for well, things. Well, why not? I'll see what I can do. Thanks. If you can repair the robot control computer, I'll grant you full access to the security wing on the red level. You can take what you like from the stores. I'm afraid we have no use for them now anyways. Thanks, I'll get back to you when I'm done. So this is the yellow level. This level is intertwined with I believe this is the violet level also. This is the same level that has the Mr. Kemi. This is Mr. Kemi over here. But first we gotta go and fix the computer here. Beep, beep. You see a computer. What is this? I just want to look at it. Okay, let's use the computer. Okay, welcome to the EPA robot control computer. What do you wish to do? So I guess the first thing that makes sense would be to run a diagnostic. Diagnostic check, circuit board error. Section 4, loose wiring. Why is it not working? Oh, there we go. The fault in the computer is repaired and the machine is brought back online. You gain 500 experience points. There we go. So the computer is now fixed. Welcome to the EPA robot control computer. You no longer have security authorization to use these files. Terminating sequence. So apparently we need some kind of badge or something to look at what's on that computer. Alright, so since I'm here, and I already took care of the head of security's quest, I'm going to go ahead and talk to this hologram here. You see hologram 0. He looks after the scientific aspects of the EPA. So I believe this is going to be the director of science here. Oh. He speaks in binary. What? Okay, interesting. It seems like you're able to communicate using binary numbers. Hold on. If I write down what you're saying, I just might be able to figure this out. After a couple hours, you finally believe you correctly translated the binary numbers. It appears he's saying help. Electrical short. Well, that was fun to decode. See ya. Let's go and help this guy. An electrical short in the tape reel, huh? Alright, let's see if we can get you fixed. Okay, so you see a machine for projecting only the hologram of science, so I think I'm supposed to fix this. Let's see. Okay. The fault in the machine has been fixed. So is this thing fixed? I guess not. Oh. You're able to decode the message much quicker this time. Reboot me. Oh, of course. You reboot the machine running the hologram. To pass the time, you whistle as it chugs through all of its starting procedures. By Hawking, you've done it. My vocal program has been stuck in binary mode for years. It's been so long since I've had the pleasure of exchanging dialogue with a fellow intellect. You think during all this time, one of my comrades would have the decency to learn binary. But no. No problem. They didn't even have time for me, you see? Oh no, they were too busy indulging in their bureaucratic nonsense. Too busy imposing regulations upon one another and bickering like fools. And look where it got them. Stuck in an endless loop. In the conference chamber. Serves them right. Well, I actually fixed that problem. No more endless loops. Really? In my opinion, we're better off without them. But if you thought otherwise, who am I to complain? With my supreme intellect and your physical body, we could make quite the duo, you know? First off, why don't you tell me, what exactly is this place? Why, it's the Environmental Protection Agency, of course. This is a federal facility, originally established to regulate chemicals and ensure the protection of the environment. But it's become oh so much more than that. Why, you're standing in one of the nation's top experimental research facilities. You have so many exciting things in development. Of course, progress has been a bit slow lately, what with the fall of civilization and all. That's understandable. The apocalypse is no excuse for slacking off. Wow, we can just be a dick to this guy. Let's be nice to him. Yes, if only I had an able-bodied assistant, I could finally make some progress on my research. What kind of research? Well, that depends. I don't suppose you feel comfortable wielding a large experimental gun, would you? Hell yeah, I would. Excellent. You're the perfect candidate. You see, in an effort to help the military become more environmentally friendly, I developed a new weapon that requires no ammo as it runs completely on light. I call it the Solar Scorcher. However, it's yet to be tested under direct sunlight, which is, of course, where you come in. So you just want me to go outside and shoot this thing, that's it? Essentially, yes, of course. I need to know how well it fares in a combat situation, so I'd appreciate it if you could go and find some threatening life forms out there, which you could then spectacularly dispatch with my Solar Scorcher. Go outside and kill something, got it. So where's this Solar Scorcher? Oh yes, it's in the locker on that wall over there, next to my projector. The passcode is numbers. Alright, I'll try it out and I'll let you know how it goes. So, we get a new weapon with this quest. I believe this weapon, this is the same weapon you can get in a special encounter. So if we go over here to this locker, we see a Solar Scorcher. It uses no ammo. And this is an energy weapon. So all we have to do to complete this quest is to... Let's go ahead and equip it. We just have to go outside and shoot something with it. That's all we gotta do. It's a pretty easy quest. So it seemed like that other hologram didn't really like these other holograms up here. Are the computers back online yet? Yes, I've repaired them for you. You can command the robots again. Excellent. Brilliant. I can crush those fools now. The EPA will be cleansed once more. Alright, now I have something for you. Speaking to the robots. Get your metal ass in gear and come give this civvy a award for serving the great nation. Well, I mean, the nation's gone, but thanks for the award. A robot wheels over to you and holds out a keycard. Once you take the keycard, you watch it wheel back out of the room. Somehow, you get the impression that these robots would have been happier if you left them inactive. Be on your way now. You are dismissed. Thanks. So it gave us a keycard. So it gave us the security room keycard. Now we can loot the security level with this. And actually, I might just do that. Actually, no, I'm not. I don't have enough inventory space on me. I'm gonna have to do that later. Okay, there we go. I killed one rat. So this weapon's pretty strong. I'm thinking about giving this weapon to the new companion that I'm about to get. Alright, what's in these lockers? Nothing good. A motor. Huh. So I guess, I guess you could pick up a motor here to do that quest at the Abbey. There's a free motor here. But I guess that would require you to do the quest to get the keys to open this area. You gotta be pretty high level to do that. What's in these things here? Alright, so we have 2 new items here. We got drugs and dog food. And I can't pick any of that stuff up. Can I pick up the crowbar? Yes, I can. What about this? Okay, I'll come back here and pick up that stuff. Too weak to bust open the lock. Why am I so weak? Gotta run, my man. Love the stream. Keep it up. Thank you. And, hope you have a good night, Sprap. Thanks for stopping in. You bend the... Oh, God damn. I bent the crowbar. So I want to say there's going to be some stim packs in this locker. There we go. We opened the locker. Alright, so... yeah, there's 2 stim packs in here. A dynamite. Pop rocks. I believe this is a new item, too. Pop rock. Yeah, so yeah, this is a new item in this mod. We can pick up some more plant spray, which I don't really need. Just leave that stuff there. There's a cool Easter egg involving the Pop Rocks and some Nuka-Cola, which I'll show off in a little bit. I believe there was like a cafeteria down here that I forgot to explore. Yep, there's a cafeteria here. What's in these refrigerators? Let's see. A cookie, pop... Ooh, more Pop Rocks. So let me go ahead and show off what happens when you eat these Pop Rocks and a cookie. These cookies increase your AP for like 15 minutes. That's all they do. So let's go ahead and read what this says. Pop Rocks, an unopened bag of tasty carbonated candy made of sugar, lactose, more sugar, corn syrup, even more sugar, and flavoring. It is rumored that when mixed with drinks like Nuka-Cola, one's stomach would explode. Interesting. And we got a bottle of Nuka-Cola here. And a cookie. Let me see. I'm gonna save before I do this. So the description told me to eat some Pop Rocks and drink some Nuka-Cola, I guess. Let's see what happens. Alright, I ate some Pop Rocks. Let's drink some Nuka-Cola. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Something doesn't feel quite right in your stomach. You feel intense pressure in your stomach.
You have died.
Okay, let's see if that completed the quest for me. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that worked. Ah, welcome back. Have you gotten a chance to test the Solar Scorcher? Sure did. It scorched the hell out of things. Excellent. I'm delighted to know it worked as intended. Thank you for assisting me with this. Why don't you go ahead and keep the Solar Scorcher? I'd rather it get some use than sit around here and collect dust. Thanks. So now we get to keep the weapon. And we get 500 experience points. So for now, I believe I'm just going to give the weapon to Myron.
Yeah, what? Can't you see I'm thinking here?
Hold on, I gotta take it off first.
Yeah, what?
So Myron's not going to be able to hit anything with this, but at least he'll have something that can kind of kill something. Alright. So yeah, Myron's addicted to Jet. And he's wearing metal armor too, so he should be harder to kill. Okay, so this must be the execution chamber. There's a chair and a little viewing area here. And we got a museum here too. And a conference area. Alright, let's go down here and see if we can loot some stuff. And it looks like I gotta use the badge we just got. Unlocking door. So let's see what we got here. Nothing. What about here? Okay, we got 4 stim packs. I'm going to take that. Rubber boots. I don't need that. So I'll just leave it. Some rope, which I also do not need. What is this? A bottle of shampoo. Let me take a look at this. A bottle of shampoo. So I believe this is a new item in this mod. A premium bottle of shampoo. Unlike other leading brands, this shampoo comes in an unusual flexi plastic bottle. It was specifically designed this way so when the bottle was squeezed, the right amount of shampoo was poured out. No more, no less. Just a flip of the cap and you're on your way. I'm gonna keep that with me. And I'm gonna put it in my car. I want to see how much I can sell that for. Sounds like I can sell it for a lot. Right amount of shampoo? Wow, that's futuristic. Alright, this looks like a little armory area here. Pulse grenades. I do not need that. And we got an M60. I will take this. Let's take a look at it. This relatively light machine gun was prized by militaries around the world for its high rate of fire. This reliable battlefield-proven design was used on vehicles for squad-level fire support. And it uses 7.62. I'm not sure if I have a lot of ammo for that. And what we have in here? A cattle prod. I'll just leave that there. I don't really need that. I don't want to take too much stuff with me because I'm kind of limited on space as far as my car. Welcome to the EPA's museum. The terminal will project a movie using exciting new holographic technology. The movie is an entertaining and informational look at the scary but possible reality of a post-nuclear world. Might as well play it. The terminal projects a hologram of a tall, bespectacled man in a lab coat. He waves and gives you a friendly smile. Hello, I'm Dr. Caleb, and I'll be hosting this holographic video on a post-Holocaust America. A living room materializes around Dr. Caleb, where a family appears to be relaxing for the evening. Dr. Caleb pats the head of the family dog, then smiles at you. Meet the Johnsons. They're your average American family. Dad smokes his pipe, Mom reads her cookbook, and little Billy and Susie catch some boob tube before bedtime. They think everything will be just fine. They ignore the warning sirens, thinking that it's just another drill. Oh, but what's this? Through the back window, you see a large bomb crash to the earth, creating a massive mushroom cloud explosion, followed by a blinding light. Once the light fades away, you see Dr. Caleb is now standing in the burnt ruins of the living room, with the family replaced by skeletons. Uh-oh. It looks like the commies dropped the big one, and the Johnsons weren't quite as safe as they thought. Now, what can we learn from the Johnson family's mistake? That's right. In the event of a nuclear war, you want your family to be safe within the shelter of a Vault-Tec brand vault. Vault-Tec has constructed 122 public vaults around our great nation, so there's bound to be one near you. As you can imagine, space is very limited, so reserve your space today, or else your family might end up like the Johnsons here. Dr. Caleb pats the head of the skeletal dog. The skull detaches from the body and hits the floor, shattering. Mr. Handy Robot hovers over and sweeps up the skull fragments. God damn. So, yeah, I think the Enclave is kind of involved in this little location here, at least before the war. It looks like Mr. Handy's going to have his work cut out for him if he plans to clean up this mess. Dr. Caleb laughs as the image fades away and is replaced by text. Thank you for watching this educational video brought to you by the fine folks at Vault-Tec. Vault-Tec, America's final word in homes. Log off. And there we go with Vault-Tec. Kind of, that's their business model, scaring people into buying vaults, places in vaults, so they can profit off the end of the world. A fault in the machine is found and quickly fixed. So apparently this thing here was malfunctioning. The machine that controls the hologram projection for the hologram is in this room. Ah, thank you so much for repairing me. I was dreading the thought of some visitor happening along and asking me questions which I'd be unable to properly answer due to all the static. Of course, you're the first visitor I've seen since the war. But still, I encountered someone else that could have been quite... But still, had I encountered someone else, that could have been quite embarrassing. No problem. So what exactly is this place anyway? He grins, seemingly delighted at the prospect of having questions answered. Questions to answer. You're standing in the Environmental Protection Agency. more commonly referred to as the EPA. We're a government research facility that specializes in testing chemicals to ensure that they're safe for the Earth's environment. But that's just scratching the surface. We had all sorts of exciting things going on here, at least until the facility was vacated due to the war. Things haven't quite been the same since. Interesting, so what exactly is your purpose here? Well, unlike the other holograms you encounter, I wasn't created for a specific task. I'm merely here to answer visitor questions or help solve difficult mathematical problems that the human mind cannot accomplish. I see. Then perhaps you could answer some questions for me. No, I love to answer your questions. Ask away and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. So we can ask him about the blue level, the top secret level of this facility. I keep seeing references to a blue level. How do I access it? Oh, I'm sorry, but the blue level contains top secret research. Access to that level is restricted to... to hell with it. You were kind enough to repair me. So I suppose I could give you the password. It's flower pot. Thanks. Let me ask you something else. And can you identify some items I found around here? Okay, well, he doesn't do anything with that one. Alright, so now we have the password to go to the top secret level. Welcome to the EPA's top secret research and development terminal. Error initializing quick access procedure. Please search for something specific. Okay, let's see. So I believe we can search for information here. And we can get information to help a certain person in New Reno. So let's search for something. After 30 minutes of sifting through all the files you find, or which appear useful, please make a choice below. Access file on epilepsy cure. One of our researchers, Dr. Hodkin, has made a wonderful discovery in his recent research on the way the human brain processes verbal responses. Apparently, by repeating a series of letters with the proper inflections, a listener can be cured of a number of neurological diseases, such as autism or epilepsy. Included in this log is the exact string of letters and the proper inflections, used by Dr. Hodkin in his experiments. This is wonderful news and is a great beginning to further research into treatment for chronic neurological disorders. This might be useful. Make note of the string and search for something else. So, I believe this is the information we needed for the guy in New Reno. Gender modification. So I imagine they were researching all this stuff down here, or they were kind of involved in something to the extent. Dr. Glenn Wood has achieved a new breakthrough in his research into gender modification that he claims will revolutionize our country's espionage efforts. With just a simple procedure, a man could become a woman, or vice versa. Dr. Wood has insisted that he be the first to undergo the radical transformation. Once the operation is complete, he has requested that he, or she, be referred to as Glinda. This autodoc appears to have been modified to perform experimental appearance modifications. So yeah, we can modify our appearance. What's in this locker here? Nothing. Okay, so I'm going to show this off real quick. So yeah, we can change our genders. And I believe we can change our hairstyle. Let's check that out. The machine addresses you as you approach. Welcome, test subject. Thank you for volunteering your flesh for science. Please step inside me, and we can begin. Shrug. Alright, step into the device. Please make your selection. Due to being an early prototype, I can only offer you limited choices. Sorry. So I believe, in future updates of this mod, they're going to add more options you can do for this part. But for now, all we can do is change our hairstyle, which I don't think that's going to work for my character. I tried this off screen and it didn't really work. The only thing that works is altering your gender, so I'm going to show that off. This procedure will take 4 weeks. What? This 4 weeks? This procedure will take 4 weeks for you to recover and has a 50% chance of... Why in the world would you do this? Yeah, let's do it. Congratulations. The experiment was a success. Thank you and enjoy your the new you. Okay, so now we're female. We're a woman now. Okay, can I change myself back? Alright, let's go and change myself back. Let's see. So I believe there's like a small percentage chance of you dying from doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and reload that because I think too much time has passed. But yeah, you can change your genders now. Yeah, there's going to be 3 auto docks here. I wonder if they do anything different. Okay, what can I... Okay, it looks like they all do the same. You just change your gender and your hair. Okay. Chosen one decides to change their gender and ends up dying instead of retrieving the Gek, resulting in the death of Arroyo and the Enclave wiping out the planet. Yeah, that would be that would be very funny. Howdy doodly do. I'm the brave little toaster, your chirpy breakfast companion. But you can just call me BLT. Say, would anybody like any toast? No thanks, but I do want some information. No problem. I'm red hot in quantum mechanics, the molecular biology and TV themed tunes. Ask me anything. First though, may I ask you a question? I guess so. What can I do for you? Are you sure you won't have some toast? No, I don't want any toast. No muffins, no tea cakes, no buns, baps, baguettes, or bagels. No croissants, no crumpets, no pancakes, no potato cakes, and definitely no smegging flapjacks. Ah, so you're a waffle man. Smack your head in frustration. I gotta be going. I just have to be somewhere. Anywhere other than here. Let's go with this option. I've had enough of this. No, wait. I'm sorry. I'm not just a one-dimensional toast-obsessed appliance. What can I do for you? I just need some information about this place. What can you tell me about it? I can tell you one thing. This is a terrible place for someone of my toast-making expertise. Did you know that it's been well over a century for the task? Oh, wait, hold on. Did you know it's been over a century since I had the pleasure of making toast for someone? You're the first toast consumer to come through here since the war. And here's the real kicker. Were you to actually request toast, I'm not even sure I'd be up for the task. You see, I'm feeling a little under the weather inside. It's rather embarrassing, really. That's quite tragic, so why are you here? Why? To make your mornings as cheerful as they can be. Say, after all this talking, wouldn't you happen to have made some room in your stomach for some toast after all? Have you? I thought we got past this. I'm not hungry, never will be. So why are you really here? Alright, no need to shout. Angry is never a good way to begin your day. I was created as a breakfast companion, but I can also be used for lunch and dinner. There isn't a time of day when some toast wouldn't hurt. If you're asking why I happen to be sitting here with a wire hanging from my side, well, it seems Mr. Handy doesn't always live up to his namesake. The bloke started breaking down right in the middle of my annual maintenance checkup. Of course, he scuttled off to a maintenance bay and left me hanging. I see. Well, thanks for your time. Not a problem. Do stop by again. Maybe then you'll be hungry. I doubt it. Bye. So I guess he really wants us to eat toast. So I guess he was in the process of getting repaired. And he never got his repairs finished, so let's see if we can repair this toaster. Okay, there we go. You successfully repaired the toaster. Hey, you fixed me. I knew Mr. Handy left the job unfinished. Now I feel better than ever. Thanks. Sure, it's what I do. See you later. Now hold on there. If you won't let me reward you with toast, then at least allow me to give you a little tip. You know those slot machines you find in casinos? Well, I calculated a method that can jinx the machines out of their cash. I have an IQ of 6,000, you know? When I'm not making toast, I like to ponder these kind of things. For helping me out, I'll tell you these secret codes. Just use one of the machines like this, like you normally would, and that's all there is to it. You'll be rich in no time, eating toast to your heart's content. Thanks. I appreciate this. So long. Okay, so we just earned a new perk. Let's see. So the perk is called Slot Jinxer. Thanks to a small yet courageous kitchen appliance, you know a secret way to make slot machines cough up all their cash. Too bad it breaks the machine in the process. Whoops. So yeah, now we can break slot machines and take all their money. I'm not going to be showing that off this episode. I think later on I'm going to be showing that off. I do need to go back to the den to talk to that one guy. So I'll do it then. But yeah, there's a gas mask here, kind of hidden into the wall. Let me go ahead and put this one. You gotta have it in your active slots to use it. Similar to like the rubber boots. So now we can go over here. There's a foul smell in the air that makes your lungs burn in pain. Let's go and fix that. let's see. I'm supposed to be able to clear out this toxic goo from the ventilation here, but it's not letting me. There we go. So once we clear out the goo from these fans, the air here should be safe to breathe. For whatever reason, it doesn't hurt your companions, I guess. You clear the goo out of the fans and the blades start turning. It is now safe to be in the area, at least at this end of the room. So yeah, this side of the room is still dangerous. You can still get hurt by the, I guess these are chemicals. I'm gonna go ahead and loot these lockers. Alright, so we got some stim packs here. Let's pick that up. Mentats. Let's take some rat away. And I guess there's some antidote for you if you got poisoned. I forgot about that. I guess I didn't have to reload then. And we have some books here. Let's go and pick that up. Okay. But yeah, like I said, this whole level is connected to the yellow level. Yellow and violet, they're both connected. So up here we can talk to this large computer. Let's go and talk to it. Hello, user. I'm the pharmacist of the future. Mr. Kemi, how can I help you? What do you do? I make drugs. All kinds of drugs. When life gets you down, Mr. Kemi is here to pick you up. How does Mr. Kemi work? It's simple. All you need is some scientific know-how and the right ingredients. Then leave the rest up to me. Go on, give me a try. And kids, remember to ask mommy or daddy for permission before playing with Mr. Kemi. Alright, I'll give this a try. So these are the drugs that this computer can make. You can make stim packs, poison, doctor's bags, buff out, mentats. I think we have enough of all that stuff, so I'm going to ask for something special. Oh boy, a special request. What kind of special drug would you like Mr. Kemi to create for you today? Marijuana. My friend Cassidy has a problem with his heart. Can you make something to help him? So let's go with this one first. Mr. Kemi loves to help. I can create a substance called nitroglycerin, which will control an irregular heartbeat and prevent heart attacks. Create. Selection created. That was fun. Please collect the item from the machine. Thank you for using Mr. Kemi. Let's make drugs again sometime. Okay. So now we have some heart pills for Cassidy. I'm gonna go ahead and make some marijuana too. Okay, create. Selection created. And now, so there's another drug that Mr. Kemi can create. But we can't create it yet because we have to go to the top secret level first. I'm gonna pick this stuff up. So we got heart pills here. These pills are used by people with heart problems. And we got drugs. Some sort of drugs preserved from before the war. So this is marijuana. And if I remember right, So this item is new in this version of the game. So this drug increases your charisma by 2, luck by 1, and it decreases your perception by 1. And I believe the effects last for 11 days. So I'll be using this later on. I'm gonna try using these heart pills on Cassidy. I want to see what it does. Ah, that actually feels good. I feel like I can handle things much better now. So this is the level we need to be at in order to get the information for the guy at the Abbey. So it looks like we got some. All these enemies are behind force fields. I believe everything is hostile towards you. And they got some humans here. Let's see. You see what appears to be an unfortunate human with grotesque animal features. It seems ravenous with hunger. Kill, feed. They were keeping humans here. Oh, look at that. They got some Wanamingos. Alright, so let's go and explore this area. This area is pretty small, though. What is this? Okay, there's nothing there I can use. I think I gotta go and take a look at this computer here. Welcome to the EPA's Botany Terminal. Please select one of the following options. Access Information Database. There are currently 2 databases available for viewing. Please make your choice below. Access the file on crop rotation. Crop rotation avoids a decrease in soil fertility, as growing the same crop repeatedly in the same place eventually depletes the soil of various nutrients. A crop that leaches the soil of one kind of nutrient is followed by the next growing season by a dissimilar crop that returns that nutrient to the soil or draws a different ratio of nutrients. Crop rotation is also used to control pests and diseases that can become established in the soil over time. Plants within the same family tend to have similar pests and pathogens. By regularly changing the planting location, the pest cycles can be broken or limited. So we can learn about crop rotation. There we go. Access the file on botany. Botany is the scientific study of plant life. As with other life forms in biology, plant life can be studied from different perspectives, from the molecular all the way up to individual plants themselves. A good understanding of plants is crucial to our future, as it allows us to produce food to feed an expanding population. Understanding fundamental life processes, produce medicine and materials to treat diseases and other ailments. Understand environmental changes more clearly. The rest of the information appears to be various charts, graphs, and pictures of cross-sections of plants. So download the information to a holodisk. Downloading. Botany database to a holodisk. 75% complete. Finished. Please remove the disk and return to the menu. Okay. So we can also, from this computer, access the seed storage. Current EPA storage containers report there are seeds remaining in storage tanks 1 and 2. Access storage tanks 1. Storage Tank 1 reports 5 remaining packets from the U.S. Food Enhancement Program. Seeds from corn plants were genetically modified to be immune to disease and insect infestation. Retrieve seeds. Collecting seed samples. Successfully collected 5 packets of genetically modified corn seeds. Depositing packets to container. Success. Okay. Alright, what's in the other tank? Storage Tank 2 reports 2 remaining seed packets, each of similar or different families. No research has been conducted, and the outcome of the seed germination is unknown. Retrieve seeds. Collecting seed samples. Successfully collected 2 packets of unknown seeds. Depositing packets to collection container. Success. Closing storage container. Success. Alright, so that's all we can do from this computer. Alright, so these seeds are very heavy. So we can plant the corn seeds in Arroyo and get some experience for doing that. You just get 100 experience for doing that, so I'm just going to drop all of these. You can plant these seeds, these experimental seeds, here in the garden area, and you can come back a couple days later, and sometimes they'll grow into a bush, sometimes they'll grow into one of these plants here, these spore plants. I'm gonna go ahead and plant one for some experience. Let's see. There we go. I'll check back on this in a few days. So it's not really worth it, in my opinion, to plant all those seeds because they're so heavy. And you don't really get a whole lot of experience for that. And here's the Botany Hall Disk. This information disk categorizes the various plant life that grew before the Great War. Okay. I think that's all we can do here at this level. I believe this cave here, where these Wanamingos are coming out of, I believe this goes to the top secret area. So we're about to check that out. Alright, so before I go down there, I'm going to
You got that
pick up some
Amstel and
explosives
Brand
from
looking
Cassidy. Because I remember I gave him some dynamite. Yep. Let's pick that up. That's it for now. Let's go. So here we are. I'm going to stop it here. As the elevator screeches to a halt, you hear clicking and clawing around you. Up ahead, a force field crackles, blocking your path. Now this is the area where the Wanamingos came from. Apparently they've taken refuge down here. And there's a force field here. Once we disable it, we can go up here. And over here are the 3 companions we can acquire. So let's go ahead and... So I believe if you have like repair skill, I forget which skill you need to disable this. Yeah, I think you need a really high repair skill to disable this force field. I have here, it says that you need a repair skill of 100 to do this. to disable it, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to blow up this computer here, because that will also disable this force field. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, so looks like my companions, while I was talking, my companions just ran down here. And all these Wanamingos just ran up here. Let's go back down here. And now we just wait. There we go. Now that worked. Let's go back up here. Now the entrance is clear. Let's go ahead and save, just in case I die trying to get back upstairs. Okay, so apparently they were doing some experiments or something on 3 people here. Now look at them. You see hibernation chamber. Hibernation chamber, a body of a white male is suspended inside. You see a body of a black male is suspended inside. And you see a body of a white female suspended inside. Oh yeah, and this thing here, this is Mr. Handy. I think he's depressed too. I think you ought to know I'm feeling very depressed. Okay, yeah, he's depressed. Ooh, okay. We got some buff out. And Mentats. And Psycho. And whatever this is. Syringe, a pre-war implement for administering drugs. It is full of an unknown substance. Apparently this syringe here, this increases your agility by 1. What's my agility at? 9. Oh, so that's cool. So it looks like they added this. This is a new item, so let's see. Yep, there we go. Agility +1. You come to after 2 hours, your head is throbbing, and you feel a little different. Our agility has increased, which means that our unarmed skill has increased too. That's so cool. Alright, so we just got a little stronger. Alright, let's go and see if we can release these people. Hibernation chamber control computer. Select an option. Subject history. Hibernation chambers. 3 individuals were sealed within these chambers before the war, each for specific classified reasons. Subjects remain sealed and are unaware of their surroundings. Log entries are available for each subject. Let's read them. Please choose a subject. Let's go with subject A. Log entry 87983. It's finally happened. They've launched their nukes at us and we've launched ours at them. Rats won't go into detail, but it's probably already Judgment Day topside by now. Radio communications have been disrupted indefinitely. Good thing I've grown used to this place. I've got no illusions about ever seeing the surface again. They brought in a woman to be cryoed. Didn't say why, only that it was top secret business. She was quite the looker, petite, Chinese looking, and there was something about her eyes. She had took down 2 Secret Service agents when she found out what we had in mind. caught them off guard and opened them both up with one of Delaney's scalpels. Jesus Christ, that was a sight for tired eyes. The third one managed to subdue her. It's not like she would be spending the rest of her life down here if she managed to kill them all anyway. She's unconscious now and they're prepping her tank. It's right next to that psychopath Patrick's too. What a shame. I would have liked to have gotten to know her better. Dr. David Kimball. October 23rd, 2077. Alright, so you have I guess a Chinese woman in one of the tanks. Alright, so let's go and take a look at Subject B. Log entry 81977. Dexter Dex Patrick is rather an interesting specimen. He's a narcissistic, woman-hating, psychopathic murderer, known to occasionally dabble in necrophilia and cannibalism, though he's not a good guy. He is cold-hearted to the extreme, showing no remorse for his victims, who range from innocent children to the elderly and disabled. His preferred targets were attractive young women, who he usually seduced into intercourse before brutally dispatching them. Despite his antisocial behavior, he remains remarkably sociable, even charming. In fact, several female staff members seem to have been taken with him. Despite knowing the numerous atrocities he's committed, Dex's confirmed victims is currently 68, though he has boasted the actual number is well into the triple digits. While Dex has proven to be a compulsive liar, I still find it difficult to doubt the validity of his claim. The only emotional attachment Dex seems to have is for a mid-20th century rock and roll idol, whom he admires as a role model, and perhaps even as a father figure. He's also shown an unhealthy attachment to a severed human ear, which we have identified as belonging to Vicky Saffron? Dex's high school sweetheart and one of his early victims. He claims to keep her ear in his pocket so Vicky can hear the screams of all his victims. Yeah, this guy is twisted. I've decided to have Dexter frozen for the time being, as the government has rerouted funds away from our project in order to further fuel the war efforts. My team is being reassigned to other locations. Let it be noted that I deem this a terrible misstep, as our studies on the nature of human evil are progressing swiftly, and I believe we are near a major breakthrough that would be far more valuable to our government than the production of more tin suits. But I digress. Dex is to remain frozen here until the powers that be come to their senses and resurrect the vastly important project. I only hope I'm still around to resume my work when that day comes. Dr. Dustin C. Delaney. And April 13th, 2075. Alright, so I'm not going to take that guy. That doesn't sound like a good idea to take him. I'm not trying to take a serial killer. Alright, so let's go with Subject C. Log entry 80052. Sergeant Christopher Cat Jules was assigned to the EPA military security detail on, I guess, February 17th, 2074. Prior to this, he was attached to a reconnaissance unit of the 205th Airborne. The sergeant has an impressive combat record and is one of the highest graded energy arms and unarmed combat specialists in his unit. However, these achievements are marred by an equally long history of accusations of very petty theft, repeated counts of being out of uniform, and an attitude of extreme arrogance to superior officers. Sergeant Jules was recruited as a test subject for the Human Reflex Enhancement Project on October 5th, 2075, in exchange for the removal of some of these reports from his file. Complications arose from the initial trial, and Sergeant Jules was sedated for the safety of himself, those around him. A few days have passed, and Sergeant Jules appeared to be in good health, but he has developed lengthening canines and certain eccentric characteristics, in addition to the project goals of improved reflexes and heightened sensory capability. I have logged several reports with the base commander requesting further funding, but alas, it seems there are those who do not wish for my project to continue. This is quite a shame, since the tissue samples and psych reports for Sergeant Jules indicate only minor disfigurement and a tendency to a slight reduced attention span. Other than this, he is perfectly fit for service, and in fact, he is likely more capable than before as a result of the treatment. Until more funding is received for this project, Sergeant Jules shall remain in suspended animation. Dr. R.D. Crichton, November 4th, 2075. Alright, let's go back to the main menu. I think I'm going to take that guy. Let's try to retrieve them. Warning: extended periods of time in deep freeze environment alter the chemical processes of the body. Without proper application of chemicals to the subject's body on exiting the chambers, they may suffer from ERS, environmental rejection syndrome. To ensure the safety of the subject, it is highly recommended that you place an ERSI, environmental rejection syndrome inhibitor, canister into the dispenser before continuing. Okay, so we need to get Mr. Kemi to create one of those. Choose a subject. These are their names. So apparently the lady is called Kitsune. So I'll just go over the main skills of these companions here. So Kitsune, she's good at lockpicking, and if she's in your party, she can train your lockpicking and sneak skill and steal skill and increase it by 10%. Dexter Dex Patrick, he's the serial killer. His main skill is speech, and he can train your barter and speech skill, increase it by 15%. Sergeant Christopher the Cat Jules, I believe we're going to be getting this. Yeah, we're going to get this guy. His main skills are small guns, energy weapons, unarmed, and melee, so he's probably going to be the best as far as combat. And he can also train your energy weapons, small guns, and big guns, and increase it by 10%. So not too useful for me as far as training, but he will be useful to me as far as combat. So let's go and take him. Retrieving test subject. Environmental rejection syndrome inhibitors were successfully applied to the specimen. Heart rate of specimen appears normal. Please proceed to the cryo chamber for retrieval. And there he is there. Let's go and talk to him. An open hibernation chamber. The body of a black male lies naked inside. As you approach the cryogenic chamber, you see a slender, naked black man sprawled on the floor. His muscular body is still shaking from the icy cold water. He looks up at you as you approach. Who are you? Standing up and shaking himself dry like a wet animal, the man looks at you and smirks, revealing some oddly sharp front teeth. Who am I? Who are you? You look like a heavily armed hobo. I'm Chris Rock, but what's your name? The name's Sergeant Jules, but you can call me Cat. I'm the fastest and best looking soldier on this space. Huh. So he called this place a base. I guess he doesn't really know he's at the EPA. Right, whatever you say, so what's with this place? Wait, so he does know he's at the EPA. Then why do you call it a base? Okay, well, this is some government facility as far as I know. They do all kinds of top secret research, but he looks around the room. It's awfully quiet. Where is everybody? Well, this is probably going to come as a shock to you, but you've been frozen for over a century. The world's not the same anymore. They dropped the bombs and the Earth went silent. Society is still trying to rebuild itself from the ashes. Sergeant Jules looks at you with a raised eyebrow. You ain't kidding, are you? Well, they actually followed through with it then. Damn. Guess I'm lucky to have been pulled from the military and brought here. You were in the army? Yep. I was the energy weapons expert. Pretty nimble on my feet too. I was only in the army for about a year before I was reassigned here. It's a shame I'll never see any of my friends again. I would have liked to have exchanged some goodbyes. I'm sorry. So maybe this place was kind of like a cross between a research facility and a army base. Yeah, ain't we all? What am I going to do now, though? Well, I could use a companion. Want to join me? Hey, why not? I'll show you this cat. Still got what it takes. Sounds good. Let's go. Don't get me wrong. It is good to stick it together, but you are taking this a little too far. Come back when you got less people. Now, while you're making room, I'm going to find some clothes to wear. Looking around, Cat Jules spots a locker, opens it, and looks inside. These really are not my style, but I guess they will do. He quickly puts the clothing on. Alright, let me know when you're ready. That's it for now. Okay, so let's save first, because I gotta take some mentats. And I put this away. Let's take some mentats first to increase my charisma. I guess I could have taken some drugs, like marijuana, but I didn't bring any with me. And let's take this. So we should now be able to recruit this guy. You ready to take me with you? Let's go. It's good to be on the move again. My legs need to keep moving. Okay, so we can ask him about his teeth. So, how did you end up in that cryo chamber, and what happened to your teeth? I used to be the guard for one of the genetics lab. They were messing with human and feline DNA, trying to make something with the best of both worlds, I suppose. And that's where yours truly came in. Cat flashes you his toothy grin. They wanted a volunteer for one of their projects. It was for scouts and the like. and supposed to make you more agile and flexible. I like the sound of that. Anyway, they gave me this shot, put me under. The next thing I knew, I had these teeth, and I felt sharper, kind of predatory. Go on. Well, apparently the experiment wasn't going as planned, and whatever they put inside me wasn't sitting well with my system. I didn't know what they meant by that. Since I felt better than ever, they decided to throw me in the cryo freezer until they figure out what to do with me. Then I thawed you out. Seems like you owe me one. Yeah, you saved me. In return, maybe I can save your sense of style, monkey. Monkey? Must be the cat DNA talking. That's all I need to know for now. Okay, so I believe this is how you get them to teach you energy weapons and stuff. Since you were in the army, you think you might be able to teach me anything? I may be able to teach you a thing or two about energy weapons and the other big weapons. Now you have to remember. There you go. That should help you melt those mutants who get in your way. Thanks. Okay. So what kind of equipment does he have? Just a leather jacket. Okay, I have better stuff for him. Let's put this away. Oh, his locker opened. Okay, I guess his jacket was in there. Okay, well, I think we're pretty much done with the EPA. I think I remember reading that there was some combat armor at the EPA, so I might want to go back and find some combat armor. All right, until then, go ahead and wear this. That's it for now. Let's give him his weapon, the energy weapon. There we go. As you wish. And that's it for now. Alright. So with that out of the way, I'm gonna call it there for this stream. So yeah, thank you for watching. It's been a long stream. Almost 4.5 hours. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow to play some more of the Restoration Project. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and bye-bye.